Hey everybody, God bless you. I was recently asked, what is racism? So I gave it some thought when I answered, and I'll give you the answer of what I believe racism is. I think, first of all, we have a society right now when people are being raised very sensitive. Everything is a trigger, everything is offensive against everyone else. Everyone wants to be offended. Everyone wants to choose to be in a certain class to be offended. That way they can cry victim. I refuse to be a victim. And when I was asked the question, I simply said, racism is when someone negatively affects you. Negatively. So if I have a person, and I gave this example, if my teacher of the children, my children's teacher, they say, oh, I hate Hispanics, I hate Puerto Ricans, I hate blacks, I hate everybody that's not, let's say, white, then that's okay with me. You can still be my kid's teacher. I don't care, because that's in your heart. When the person says, I hate, that's your heart. You're not going to take that emotion, put it on me so I can choose to hate you. No. You can still be my kid's teacher as long as you're treating my kids the same. Because it's possible for a person who hates certain people to treat them just as they would anybody else. They're closeted racists. They hate people behind the doors. And believe it or not, it's everywhere. Everybody, not everybody, but many people are like that. Behind the scenes, they hate a certain class. But then they treat them with the same respect that they do anybody else. So if my kids had a teacher who hated everybody, who was not them, I wouldn't care. Because I'm going to choose to not be offended. I'm not that sensitive. So I'm going to choose to not be offended. Now, if the teacher is negatively influencing my child, they're purposely failing them. When I look at a test and it's obvious that the test he passed and the teacher decides to put Fs, or the teacher gives my kid a harder test that she never taught just so he can fail, then I'm going to take action. I'm going to take action against that teacher because you're negatively influencing my child. Then yes, I'm going to take offense to that because you negatively influenced my child. But if you don't, if you treat them respect like anybody else, I could care less if you walk around with a shirt saying I hate Spicks. I don't care. See, it's dust on my shoulder. I choose to not be offended. I don't want to let that penetrate my heart and steal my peace. And this is what the media does. The media feeds on fear. And if they're able to keep you connected to the TV, you'll listen to that garbage, and suddenly you choose a side you need to be on. I refuse to be on a side. I stand on the side of Jesus Christ and his teachings, and I try to continually teach my kids, no matter what, you treat people with respect, you learn to love different people in different ways, but in no way do you cry victim. I refuse to cry victim. So for me, that's what race is. When someone negatively influences me. You can be racist all day long, and I can know you're part of a racist club. I could care less. You could throw darts at Hispanic people on the dartboard because you hate Hispanics. Hey, I'll walk by your side, I'll shake your hand, cool, no problem. I don't care. As long as you're not negatively influencing me or my family. Anyway, so that's the way I looked at racism, and that's the way I answer my kids or anybody who asked me when I was asked the question, what is racism? Anyway, God bless you. May God continue to bless you, and don't ever forget that what Jesus Christ did is enough.